rumors spread very quickly. If you know anything about a small town, it's everybody knows everybody's business. But despite all the rumors and all the evidence, no one was officially arrested. And after years of investigating, police literally couldn't come to a consensus within the investigation. They couldn't agree on a solid suspect, so the case went cold. After years, Kimberly's family was left without answers, and the entire town carried the weight of an unsolved unaliving. Then, DNA evidence is what helped crack this case. Maybe. Samples taken from the crime scene were tested with new technology, and they came up with a match. One man named Barry Beach. Barry had lived in Poplar at the time of Kimberly's unaliving, and years earlier he had actually confessed to the crime while in custody in Louisiana on an unrelated charge. But later, get this, my favorite part is when they recant the statement. Just love recanted statements. Claiming that his confession was coerced. If I had a nickel. He said that police pressured and intimidated him into confessing to Kimberly's unaliving. But despite his recanted statement, by the grace of God, I don't know, he was extradited to Montana and put on trial in 1984. And he was convicted of Kimberly's unaliving and sentenced to 100 years in prison. Without parole, so for years he sat behind bars. But if you thought our story ended there, oh no, you would be incorrect. Because many people in Poplar, even legal experts, began questioning whether or not Barry was actually guilty. Some believed his confession didn't match the evidence, while others believed that Kimberly's unaliving may have been the result of a group assault by local teens, and not by a single person. Remember the multiple sets of fingerprints that I told you to remember? That's where this comes in. There were multiple sets of fingerprints found in her truck. In fact, Kimberly's own sister, along with some of the other community members, worked for years to help prove Barry's innocence. Kind of backwards when you think about it. Like, Kimberly's own sister was working to help defend the man that was in prison for her unaliving because she truly thought that he wasn't the man that harmed her sister. After serving nearly 30 years, Barry was released in 2011, when a judge ruled that his trial may have been unfair. But then the decision was overturned just 4 years later in 2015 when the Montana Supreme Court ordered him to go back to prison. This man was checking in and out of his cell like it was a damn hotel room. He is still in prison, and as of today, the unaliving of Kimberly Nees is one of the most confusing and controversial cases in Montana's history. I don't know why the lighting just changed. I think the sun went behind a cloud. Many people still wonder the truth about what happened on that night in 1979. Has the truth actually come out? Will the truth ever come out? Who knows? Kimberly was remembered by her loved ones as brilliant, compassionate, and destined for big things. Her life was taken just as it was beginning, and for her family, this legal battle that went on for years and decades only added to their heartbreak. And that's what makes this case so haunting. Was justice ever really served for Kimberly? Or is the truth still buried in Poplar, Montana? That is all I have on this case, but I would love to know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think really happened? Do you think Barry did it, or do you think it was the result of multiple people that were never caught? I post true crime videos, so if you like this type of content, follow so you don't miss my next video, and please stay safe out there because you never know what's right around the corner.